Hello. Yes, children. The next chapter is magnetic effect of current. This is the chapter 4. From this chapter, 6 marks question will be asked in the board examination. Approx 6. This is the magnetic effect of current, chapter 4. Magnetic effect of current. Magnetic effect of current. First of all, we should know what is the content of this chapter. Magnetic effect of current. When current flows through a wire, in its surrounding, magnetic field generates. In this surrounding, magnetic field generates, which can be notified by compass needle. Compass needle is a device. Compass needle is a device by which we can know about the magnetic field, which is demonstrated by the scientist Western. So, the first topic will be Western experiment. Western experiment. He has taken a wire which is connected with the battery, Current is flowing along this direction. He has also taken another wire, but the polarity of the battery changed, due to which current is flowing along this direction. If we indicate the direction north, south, east, west, then in this wire, current is flowing north to south. Here is north and here is south. And in this wire, current is flowing south to north. He has also connected one switch in this circuit. Here is also switch in this circuit. Initially switch was off, then he has kept compass needle just near to this wire. He has kept compass needle. He is finding that when switch is off, there is no deflection in compass needle, but when switch is on, there is sharp deflection in compass needle. You are knowing that compass needle detects the magnetic field. It means compass needle is the detector of magnetic field. Here compass needle is kept here. Here is also compass needle is kept here. Initially, in both circuits, when switch was off, there was no deflection. But when switch is on, switched on, then there is a deflection. This deflection here current is flowing south to north, so deflection is west, and here switch is on, current is flowing south to north, then switch is deflected east. Here is current is flowing south to north. Deflection of compass needle is along west, and again he demonstrated if current is flowing north to south, deflection is along east. It concludes that first conclusion, initially when switch was off, then there is no deflection in compass needle. It proves that when current flows or charge flows through a wire, current flows, or you are knowing that flow of charge is called current. So we can say that when current flows or charge flows through a wire, then magnetic field generates. It means flow of charge or flow of current is the source of magnetic field. Flow of charge, or flow of current is the source of magnetic field. Source of magnetic field. It is denoted by the sign B, magnetic field. Conclusion number 2. Here, current is flowing south to north, deflection is west, and here current is flowing north to south, deflection is east. For knowing this direction, he told slow experiment or slow rule. South to north, west, and north to south, east. When direction of current changes, direction of compass needle changes, and compass needle is the source of magnetic field. It means direction of magnetic field depends on the direction of current. Once more, direction of current, when direction of current changes, direction of magnetic field changes. When direction of current changes, direction of compass needle changes, and compass needle is the source of magnetic field. So when direction of current changes, direction of magnetic field changes. It proves that magnetic field is a vector quantity. So when direction of current changes, direction of compass needle, direction of compass needle changes. Hence, magnetic field is a vector quantity. That is B, magnetic field vector. So, Western demonstrated that a current carrying conductor or a conductor through which current passes is the source of magnetic field, and magnetic field is a vector quantity, and its unit, SI unit is Tesla and CGS unit is Gauss. So unit of magnetic field, number 3, unit of magnetic field, SI unit Tesla and CGS unit Gauss. SI unit Tesla and CGS unit Gauss, these are the two units are generally taken of magnetic field. After that, we have seen that current carrying conductor is the source of magnetic field. Current carrying conductor is the source of magnetic field. So, a scientist, Lorentz, has come and he has given a strong idea in front of the reader. That idea was, if a charged particle moves in a magnetic field with constant velocity, then charged particle will experience a force called magnetic Lorentz force. So the next topic will be equal to magnetic Lorentz force. Magnetic Lorentz force. Magnetic Lorentz force. Statement: when a charged particle moves in a magnetic field, constant magnetic field or magnetic field moves in a magnetic field, then magnetic field with constant velocity, with certain velocity, then it will experience a force. It will experience a force called magnetic Lorentz force. Magnetic Lorentz force. Magnetic Lorentz force. When a charged particle, not uncharged, first of all you should know, charged particle moves in a magnetic field, with certain velocity, then it means charged particle will experience a force called magnetic Lorentz force. Suppose that this is the direction of magnetic field. Suppose that this is the direction of charged particle. This is the direction of charged particle with velocity v, and this is the direction of magnetic field. This is the direction of magnetic field. Then this charged particle will experience a force. This charged particle will experience a force. Means force is experienced by, that is magnetic force. It is experienced by charged particle. So here are three physical quantities. One is magnetic field, other is velocity, and this is the force. All the three are vector quantity. Means after multiplying v and v, we are getting f. So here is Fm, v cross v. But here also there is a charged particle. So it is multiplied by q. We have taken cross here because force is a vector quantity. So we can get here Fm equal to q v b sin theta. Now here, what will be the direction of force? So it is very clear. Direction of force can be determined by first Fleming's left hand rule. It tells that if central finger is the direction of velocity, forefinger is the direction of magnetic field, then thumb indicates the direction of force. This is the outward. So this is the z-axis. So this is the force. So rule is there, if central finger indicates the direction of velocity, forefinger indicates magnetic field. Then thumb of left hand indicates direction of force. Thumb of left hand indicates direction of force. So we can demonstrate like that. This is the central finger, indicates the direction of velocity. Forefinger indicates the direction of magnetic field. Then thumb is indicating the direction of force. We can also find the direction using the cross product here. V the direction of V the direction of Fm is equal to Q V cross B. Here V is the direction of I cap, magnetic field is direction of J cap, then certainly I cross J equal to K cap. So direction of force will be equal to K cap, direction of velocity is I cap, and direction of magnetic field is J. So these are the directions. And magnitude is QVB sin theta. It depends on angle between V and B. And force is also a vector quantity. So it will have certain direction always. So from this topic, in the board examination, you are asked to write magnetic Lorentz force. What is the concept of magnetic Lorentz force? Then you are asked to give certain conditions like that. Case 1, since Fm is equal to Q V B sin theta, if theta equal to 0 degree or 180 degree, then Fm is equal to Q V B sin 0 degree, and that is equal to 0. Means if the direction of V and direction of B will be same, then theta will be equal to 0 degree. Or if direction of V and direction of B is anti-parallel, then again 180 degree and sine 180 again it will be 0. So magnetic Lorentz force will be equal to 0. Case 2, if theta equal to 90 degree, then this is the B and this is the B. Then this angle is 90 degree. Then magnetic Lorentz force equal to QVB sin 90, and this will be equal to QB. Magnetic Lorentz force. This is the maximum. I think it is clear. This magnetic Lorentz force also depends on charge particle. If Q equal to 0, like neutron, because neutron has no charge, then magnetic Lorentz force will be equal to Q V B sin theta, and this Q is 0, so magnetic Lorentz force will be equal to 0. It proves that in different conditions, magnetic Lorentz force will be different. In different conditions, magnetic Lorentz force will be different. Again, on these conditions, generally some conceptual, means some numerical based on concept will be asked. So you should know, like this type of problem. Problem 1. This is the direction of velocity of charged particle, proton, one proton, and this is the y-axis, this is the x-axis, and magnetic field. Our technique is that if magnetic field is active along plus z-axis, along plus z-axis means along this direction, then you should know that along plus z-axis, then it will be denoted by cross, uniform cross. This is the uniform magnetic field. And if magnetic field is along minus z-axis, minus z-axis means inside, this will be uniform cross. And if it is denoted along plus z-axis, then it will be outward, and this is denoted by this dot. It proves that dot, the magnetic field is outward, and cross, magnetic field is inward. Here magnetic field is inward, magnetic field is inward, and one electron is moving in this magnetic field, inward magnetic field, with velocity v. Find the amount, the magnitude of magnetic Lorentz force. Magnetic Lorentz force. This is the question. So magnetic Lorentz force is equal to Q V cross B. Q equal to NE. From first chapter you have done in quantization of charge. Q equal to NE. Then here Q equal to NE. N equal to 1 because one proton is here. This is the E, charge on proton plus E. This is the V. The direction of V is along x-axis, so this will be equal to V I cap. And direction of magnetic field is along minus z-axis, so this will be equal to minus z-axis minus K. So this will be equal to, this is the E, this is the VI cross B minus K FM. Now here is EVB and I cross minus K. I cross minus K. This is the I, this is the J, and this is the K. I cross K. This is the reverse, that is equal to minus J, and one minus sign is also here. So minus plus. So this direction will be equal to plus J. So I cross minus K equal to plus J. So it is clear that here magnetic force will be along plus J axis. Plus J means along this direction, plus J. This is the direction of magnetic Lorentz force. I think clear once more. This question was, proton is moving along x-axis. Proton is moving along x-axis with velocity v, and magnetic field is acting along minus z axis means invert the inside the blackboard, inside the paper. Then what will be the direction and magnitude of magnetic Lorentz force? For getting this, we have concentrated on formula. Magnetic Lorentz force is equal to Q V cross B. Q equal to NE, Q equal to NE, N equal to 1 proton is here, E plus E, V, this is the V. The direction of proton is along x-axis, so this will be equal to I cap cross B, and the direction of magnetic field is minus K cap inside. This is the K inside, that is minus K. So Vi cross B minus K, I cross minus K, that will be equal to minus J. So plus J, this will be plus J. So magnetic Lorentz force will be equal to EVB plus J cap. Okay. In next lecture we'll continue.